bring some breaking news tonight at 6 as a judge has now ordered Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis to pay more than $54,000 for violating the Open Records Act. Zach Merchant with our 11 Alive political team broke the story.
Woo! Get that mushroom tip out your mouth. Get that mushroom tip out your mouth. All that Netflix and chilling with your lover, with your apple pie lover boy. Going on trips, got some rock bottles all on the floor. Yeah, lock this big heifer up. She don't need to pay no fine. Ain't need to come. Well, make her pay the fines and then lock her up. Put her hands behind her back. Get that mushroom tip out her mouth. Sucking all and licking all on that mushroom tip. Netflixing and chilling. Got bottles all on the floor. A disgrace. And all the money in that mattress. Them patrons coming to get that mattress. I told you we was coming to get it. Here we are. $54,000 coming out that mattress. And we got more to get. We got more mattresses to find in the trap house of Atlanta. Fulton County. What the hell is going on in Fulton County? It's corrupt down there in Fulton County. It needs to be fully investigated, cleaned out, clean house in Fulton County.
Court order. What have you learned here?
We did. We just got a hold of this Fulton County Superior Court order just in the last roughly 15 to 20 minutes. In it, Judge Rachel Krause rules that DA Fani Willis violated the State Open Records Act by failing to turn over documents requested by defense attorney Ashley Merchant. The judge wrote that the defendants, the Fulton County DA's office, were openly hostile to Merchant and failed to handle her requests in good faith. Merchant had sought a copy of confidentiality agreements signed by DA's office employees, as well as a list of attorneys hired by DA Willis. Judge Krause today gave the district attorney 30 days to pay Merchant $54,000 in attorney's fees and to turn over those requested files. Spokespeople for the DA's office.
We just keep winning. We just keep winning. Woo!
Office did not immediately return requests for comment.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
I want to see this big heifer go to jail. She need to be made an example out of. Got her screaming. Look, got a dress on backwards. Dress on backwards. Throw this big heifer in jail. I want to see her ass go to jail. That's what I'm advocating for somebody to be made an example out of. These crooks, man. Criminals. And this big heifer here is on top of the list. And look at that fella behind her. Apple pie. Wade. Slinging that mushroom tip around. You know, we know what y'all did. You know, got all the taxpayers' money in that mattress. Some rock bottles. And it is a disgrace, man. Fulton County down there in Georgia. A disgrace. Want to see this woman, this big heifer, get thrown in jail. But she just keeps getting bad news every single day, looks like. I know I ain't jumped on this in a Fani Willis situation in a minute. I apologize, family. You know, a lot of big things have been happening. You know, but she's ordered to pay $54,000 for open records violation. Yeah. Fani Willis violated the law. She's done a lot of violating. A bunch of law breaking. You know. And she helped our president walk back in there and gave him some new shoes, new suit, rolled out the red carpet, gave us a beautiful mug shot. We appreciate you. We want to thank you. But you, ma'am, need to be held accountable. We know what you did. Everybody knows what you did. You know, corrupt, race-baiting criminal. Corrupt, race-baiting criminal. And it's a bunch of them need to be thrown in jail. Ashley Merchant, all these people. And I love how it's all taking place, man. You know, I really do love how it's all taking place. You know, I'm here for this, y'all. I am here for this. What's going on, family? Y'all having an amazing weekend? I love y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna come on here and keep it real. You know I'm gonna come on here and set it off. I'm pissed off, you know. And I've been pissed off since I had to cover this lady years ago. Been covering these cases from top to bottom. And I've been pissed off ever since. And the way they did our president. I'm not gonna say my president, our president. You know. And then what they've done to innocent individuals down there. It's corrupt down there. They having secret meetings behind closed doors. It's a disgrace what is going on down there. We know what's going on down there. Got judges got to be thrown off cases. It's a disgrace down there. Piss me off, man. Fulton County. Needs to be a full-blown investigation. They need to just walk in there and clean everything out. Trump, clean everything out down there. Y'all send Pam and Ash, send everybody down there, and we got to clean up down there in Fulton County. Just clean it up. I know they just passed something, and they're being fully investigated right now. So, you know, let me calm down. They say, Rick, calm down, sir. Sir, calm down, sir. Calm down, Rick. And piss Rick off. You know. But it's more than that. And all that millions of dollars she stole from taxpayers. Yeah, millions of dollars stole from taxpayers. So she need to pay back more than $54,000. But let's get into this, family. Let me stop all this screaming and hollering. Let me stop all, Rick, sir. You're running your blood pressure up, sir. If you're new here, make sure you join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button for your boy. Let's get into this. I want to see my brother Professor NEZ is talking about. Shout out to NEZ Nation. And if you're not new to my brother, if you're new to my brother NEZ, man, go check him out, Professor NEZ. He dropped amazing videos on his show, amazing updates. You know, he has an update on this whole situation and breaks it down perfectly. So let me see what he's talking about, man. You know, Fani Willis, worst nightmare. Ashley Merchant strikes again. She strikes again, and I'm here for it. Y'all know when she was striking last time, I was here for it. So I'm here for it again.
Live breaking news, everybody. We haven't talked about Cash Money G Fani Willis, the disgraced district attorney of Fulton County, Atlanta, Georgia, in a long time. But guess what? A judge has ruled in the injunctive and attorney fees open records case brought on by Ashley Merchant, who we had on the show, literally the attorney that is solely responsible for bringing to light all of the nefarious activities of Fani Willis, her relationship with Nathan Wade, the forfeiture of expenditure funds, her meetings at the White House, and a whole lot more. I can't wait to share with you what just happened. It is Fani Willis's worst nightmare. I mean, this woman has literally been Fani Willis's worst nightmare. But first, we have to talk about the pit bull Steve Sadow. Steve Sadow, lead attorney for President Trump in the RICO case, which Fani Willis was disqualified in not that long ago. Her world is crumbling. The walls are caving in, but she got a little bit of respite because remember, the Senate committee, she's got so many problems. Remember Bill Cowsert, he has that voice like Tennessee Williams that I love so much. Ashley Merchant honored her subpoena because she's got nothing to hide. The whistleblower, Amanda Timpson, who we also had on our show, went in front of Bill Cowsert in the committee because she had nothing to hide. She was just telling the truth. Fani Willis has done absolutely everything she can in the book. Miss, for the people. Miss, I'm all about transparency. Miss, I didn't do a damn thing wrong. She's tried everything she can to not talk, to not have to divulge, to not have to share. I mean, I'm going to share with you some clips too in just a second. You're going to love them. But so it's going to happen though. That hearing, we still don't know when that hearing is going to happen. But there was a blow today that just got announced by Steve Sadow, lead attorney, Trump's lead attorney. I'm going to share with you this brief right here, and then I'm going to share with you Steve Sadow's response. Check this out. In a brief that was filed not that long ago in the request regarding the witness's subpoena, as well as information, documents, and other information like cell phone data, so it looks like that what happened here is Fani Willis got a little bit of a win here. What happened is that if you look at the bottom of that second paragraph of this brief, As an initial matter, petitioner and the special committee have conferred since the court's February 25th, 2025 order, which, by the way, we talked about. That order was that Fani Willis needed to honor her subpoena. Hearing is going to be absolute fire. I can't wait. But listen to this last sentence here. Both parties agree that special committee does not seek any attorney-client, work product, or other privileged communications in connection with requests, as the documents are not subject to disclosure. In brief, what this means is that Fani Willis has done everything in her supposed legal power to avoid disclosing anything that she can that would incriminate her. Miss Transparency, right? Miss, I don't have anything to hide. Miss, I didn't do anything wrong. She has now gotten away with it, and it looks like Bill Cousert and the Senate committee have conceded that certain text messages and cell phone data regarding Nathan Wade and Fani Willis and the spawning of their relationship, which eventually led to the demise of the entire case that she had against Trump. She was disqualified. There was a disqualification hearing. First it was, well, you can be on there, but Wade can't be there. Wade left in like an instant because he's a puppet and he has no backbone, no spine. And then now Fani Willis got disqualified not that long ago, which we covered. And now she's getting away with this. And here's Mr. Sadow. I call him the GOAT, the pit bull, Sadow. This is his response. He posted this on X today saying, as lead defense counsel for President Trump in the Georgia case, I am disappointed that the Georgia Senate committee investigating DA Willis agreed to limit the scope of the subpoenaed records. At a minimum, the text between Willis and Wade prior to his employment by the Fulton County DA's office on 11/1/21 should not be privileged and may very well show an intimate relationship before he was hired, which would be just the opposite of what both testified to under oath. So this is just more proof that Fani Willis will stop at nothing to lie to you, Fulton County, to lie to you, my fellow Americans, to lie to taxpayers, to lie to people who have said time and time again, what do you have to hide? Why are you trying so hard not to testify? Why are you trying so hard not to share open records, which taxpayers have paid for? And Ashley Merchant had to literally pull teeth to try to get, which should have been easy peasy, wasted tons of resources, time, and attorney fees to finally get a summation and a ruling in her favor that, yeah, you got to show the open records. You got to share that documentation and those records because it's actually in the language, open records. So that's a win for Fani Willis right there. We'll see how it plays out in the hearing before the Senate committee. You know your boy NEZ is going to give it to you. We definitely are going to cover that to the fullest extent because it's going to be fireworks. But perfect segue leading to open records because we've got a ruling in favor of Fani Willis's worst nightmare. I love her. You love her. Ashley Merchant. But before we talk about that, I think it warrants a couple of clips. Here is the first clip of Dexter Bond. You may have forgotten this. Who was the deputy of operations for Fulton County DA's office, actually chief operating officer, as well as the custodian of the open records. This is the kind of attitude. These are the kind of people who are pulling every single punch to try to avoid cooperating with a legal officer, an officer of the law, who is asking for a very, very simple open request. Watch this very carefully.
Did you ask for any clarification if you did not understand what the term promotional material or rebranding meant?
I will not, I've said this to the record and I'm going to repeat this again. I'm not having a private conversation with you, Ms. Ashley Merchant. So no, I would not contact you. I am not going to email you. I am not going to talk to you to look at any clarification. I find you to be extremely disingenuous, so I won't talk to you.
Don't worry, we're going to play this full clip at the end of the video. This full clip we're going to put at the end of the video.
Clarifications don't require me to reach out to you. What it does for the open records request is require you to put me in a reasonably calculated situation to give you what you had. But let's be clear. If you think that I'm going to reach out to you and talk to you.
Yeah, that sounds real professional. What a big shock that he's the chief operating officer of the Fulton County DA's office run by Cash Money G, the wicked empirist queen of them all, Fani Willis. Well, the judge, thank God, disagreed with Dexter Q. Bond and ruled in favor that, yes, you do need to relinquish these open records. And now, because Ashley Merchant, which, again, didn't need to happen, wasted so much time, energy, resources, and money, because time is money, especially to an attorney, she has now gotten this ruling right here. Check this out. You can see by the date, this is the final judgment. This was issued yesterday, March 14th, 2025, final judgment and order. So as I always do, I always break it down as simply as possible, using my trusty outlines. So this is a huge win for Ashley Merchant. It's a huge win for justice. It's a huge win for the truth. It's a huge win for the justice system, because the justice system is all set by precedents, and you can't have somebody as wicked and dishonest and just corrupt as Fani Willis setting precedents. So here we go. Just again, the court ruled in favor of the Merchant law firm against the Fulton County District. The court found that the defendant did not comply with the Georgia Opens Record Act and acted without substantial justification. As a result, the court ordered the defendants to pay $54,103.23 in attorney's fees and litigations expenses to the plaintiff. Additionally, the defendants must produce specific public records requested by the plaintiff within 30 days and file a notice of compliance. The court retains jurisdiction to enforce this judgment and may award additional attorney fees if they fail to comply. And you can almost guarantee Cash Money G will defy compliance, because that's who she is. Do I have to remind you? Remember, Bill Cowsert, it's coming up soon. We don't know. We don't have an exact date yet, but it's going to happen. The court's decided. She actually appealed, and the Superior Court judge denied her appeal. She must honor the subpoena by Bill Cowsert in the Senate committee, and she has to testify. And if your memory is a little bit froggy and you forgot how absolutely foul Fani Willis, her demeanor, her lack of professionalism, and the way that she treated Ashley Merchant is, watch this from last year.
The state was
it's highly offensive when someone lies on you, and it's highly offensive when they try to implicate.
Y'all know this one. Dress on backwards. Still drunk from laying up, drinking with her lover, and on his mushroom tip. Dress on backwards.
That you slept with somebody the first day you met with them, and I take exception to it.
All right. Well, Ms. Willis, she'll have the opportunity to explain all of that when it's the state's turn to ask more open-ended questions.
Yeah.
Ms. Merchant.
Thank you, Judge. So again, my question was, you all met at that conference, though, right?
We did. The meeting, he, as I stated, he taught the class. I did not actually meet him when he taught the class. I walked out of the class, and I'm not sure if it was that exact class or we had went to lunch, but we were standing in the vestibule, like outside of the class. Me and Judge Reeves were having a conversation. She had worked at a law firm I worked at back in 1996.
We're getting way afar. I mean, I don't mind her explaining her answers, but I literally just asked if they met at that conference.
Explaining how she met Mr. Wade, which was exactly the question asked by Ms. Merchant.
These
answers are more than appropriate.
Ms. Merchant, if you want more concise answers, perhaps you could lead the witness.
I will. Thank you, Judge. Isn't it true that you met Mr. Wade in October 2019 at the judge's conference?
He hasn't gotten to the point where Ms. Willis should be treated hostile in this situation.
I think we have.
I very much want to be here, so I'm not a hostile witness. I very much want to be
Not
here.
so much that you're hostile, Ms. Willis, it'd be an adverse witness. Your interests are opposed to Ms. Merchant's.
Ms. Merchant's interests are
Go in jail.
contrary.
Go ass in jail. I
contrary
want to see this woman go to
democracy,
jail.
not to mine.
All right.
Throw her and a lover boy. And it's probably on his mushroom tip right now. Throw her in jail. I want to see this woman go to jail.
Judge, I would just ask that
We can keep things moving. Ms. Merchant, next question, please.
Okay, so we've confirmed when you met. After that, isn't it true?
No, I need to explain this, and I think I get to explain my answers. When I met him, Judge Reeves introduced us. He handed me his business card. I'm unsure if I handed him my business card, but we exchanged information. He said, if you ever need any help, give me a call. And he walked to the parking lot.
So after that, you started dating shortly thereafter, correct?
A lie. That's one of your lies.
My God, I mean,
It's a lie. Everything's a lie to that woman. You know, it's not true. You know, we didn't have the bottles. We didn't go on the trips. You know, and we're yeah. Yeah, but they coming. That money's in that mattress, and we done pulled one of the mattresses out. It's a bunch of them we got to go get. But they done pulled one of the mattresses out. Them Patriots coming and get it, I told you. But we're going to end the video off with this last clip. I want you guys to hear from earlier. Here's the full clip. Check it out.
Yes. This is a designated employee, yes.
You're positive it's a designated employee?
Well, okay. Yes, I'm positive I know who that is.
Who is it?
Erica Willingham.
Erica Willingham. So Erica Willingham is who we would need to ask, not you as the records custodian, about how this document was created.
I cannot answer that question. Let me explain why, right? Typically, emails are compiled in a certain kind of way, right? And those emails are compiled by IT, by staff. It may be compiled by going to reach out to various different persons. I cannot speak to that. So I cannot tell you if she personally, if the question was, did she compile? I do not know. I do know that she handled it as a member of my staff. I do know that she responded as a member of my staff. I can tell you that.
Okay. So you can't say as the records custodian that this is an accurate copy of an original document. Let's put it that way. You really don't know anything about this document.
I do know something. I know it was responsive to your request. So yes, I know something. I think you and I can agree on that.
Okay. Let's take a look at, I'm going to jump out of order. I apologize. Let's see.
I also know, if I may, that it was provided to you on January 18th. I also know that you received this particular document on January 18th. I also know, as you mentioned, that there was a second critical mention document. And in that second critical mention, I know you referenced this before, right? I also know that once you referenced this before, you renewed a second critical mention document saying, hey, you gave me this on January 18th. I'm looking for A,
yes,
right?
And we're going to get there.
That's why you and I on the same page, didn't want it to be global. So I do know information as it relates to this particular request.
Okay. And we can actually go there right now. So I filed a second request because my initial request was closed when you all provided this 44-page document, right?
Yes, on January 18th, it was closed.
And so on January 18th, I refiled my request, and I specifically referenced the original one and said, why are you closing this? You didn't give me everything.
If I can?
Yes.
I like the fact that you presented the first one and allowed me to read it. Can I read the second one?
Of course. It is, let's see. I don't have the number off. The second one is... Merchant 0011. It might take a minute. Oh, doesn't take a minute. There we go. So this one I said in regards to my prior request, and I referenced that number we just talked about, and I said I requested the critical mention documents, and I say the number. I said I got a set of emails, but I asked for the analytics and the documents that are clearly referenced and attached to those emails. I said reports with analytics were provided to the DA's office monthly. It appears from the emails that Jeff DeSantis, Fani Willis, Jeremy Murray, Pallavi Perkasa, Robin Bryant, and Rita Kepler may all have accessed these reports on a regular basis. They're public media, paid for by public funds, and subject to open records.
Yes, I did receive that. This was elevated to me, and I did respond to you.
Okay, so this one was elevated to you, and you definitely did respond. Before we get there, let's talk about what we were just talking about a minute ago about I don't want to use the word cut and paste, the document, and I'm going to call it Merchant 55, that appears to have a compilation of several other emails contained within it. Okay, that document we were looking at a minute before, and you said you don't know who prepared that document, right?
I do not know who compiled that. I know who handled the file. I know who sent you the responsive documents.
And you don't know where that person got the responsive documents? But you assume it was Jeff DeSantis, is what you said earlier.
I did not say that, ma'am.
You said you would reach out to Jeff DeSantis in Fulton County IT.
But he certainly wouldn't compile any documents for me.
Oh, okay. For the first year of critical measure, correct?
Show me.
Okay, let's see. The 44 pages start at, just so everyone knows, they start at merchant 0027. And that one may take a few more minutes to get up because we didn't have that one queued. Oh yeah, 0027. There it is. And if you want a hard copy of the documents, I can give you that as well. Okay, in response to that, if you go through the next couple pages, is it easy to pull up the next couple pages? Yeah, let me give you the exact page. It's actually the next page, 0028. And I didn't have that one queued up, but we'll have it in a minute, sorry. Or I can just show you if it's easier.
That's fine.
It's 0028. Just show you all. Okay. That's the February 2021 contract for critical mention. Oh, there we go.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you showed me this isn't a contract.
No, this is not. This is part of it, and if you go through it.
You and I just had a conversation about emails. I conceded. Now you're talking about contracts. I told you to show me. Now you show me an invoice. Which is it? Do you have a contract?
Judge, I mean, I don't care if he asks me questions, but I don't really think it's appropriate if he asks me questions.
Well, I'm not, you're not obligated to answer the questions he asks you. I would just encourage everybody to try and maintain, a tone of civility and let's move on.
Yes, Your Honor.
So we'll back up. The 44 pages. I'm going to give you the 44 pages. Okay? So you can just look at that. You don't have to go.
Are you going to point out the contract in the 44?
Give me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So my open records request to you asked for contracts. Okay? That was one of the classifications we just talked about, right?
Yes.
Okay. Show me where in there you gave me contracts.
I didn't. I don't believe it's in here. You could not show me? So do you want me to go page by page? Because you said that you was going to show me. You gave me an invoice, right?
Okay.
And then I said, all right, the 44. So now I can go through here to determine a contract. So you played, I'll do it.
So
you said that you was going to show me.
I'm going to show you the one you gave me.
Okay, no.
But that's in the second
You were
request.
talking in the context of these 44 pages. You told this court that I gave you a contract. I said, show me. You approached me with the invoice.
You gave me that invoice.
Okay, stop. Both of you. The question I think is pending that will actually help us move forward is that Ms. Merchant asked if any contracts were produced in the original 44-page production.
Yes.
And while none of us will necessarily enjoy that endeavor, it is perfectly fair for a witness to say, let me review the 44 pages and then I'll answer your question. And so if you would like to do that, you feel free to do that. But the question is, was a contract produced in the initial production of 44 pages? Because I think we had agreed that contracts were requested.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead. Mr. Bond, if you want to go through the documents or if you want Ms. Merchant to direct your attention to something, we can do that. But the 44 pages is entirely fair for you to say, let me look at these documents before I answer your question.
Yes. I would like for you to direct my attention as you said you could.
I'm asking you to answer the question the judge just asked you that I originally asked you. That I asked you if you gave me a contract in January. We agreed that I asked for a contract, okay? So we agreed I asked for a contract. I want you to show me where you gave me a contract. Or if you didn't, tell me you didn't.
Okay. Allow me to review.
Great.
Here's the invoice.